Yeah. What do you have to lose? 800-379-8575. Again, 800-379-8575.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing on this beautiful Ohio day? So as you can see, I'm here at the property. Got some guys back behind me. Got my dad and his worker, Steve. There she is. I don't know if you can make the stick out way out there, but it's out there a good ways, couple feet maybe. It's got a little ice glaze on it. All right, so the reason my dad is here is he is going to do the sealing of all the cracks and everything. And as some of you know, if you're new to this channel, my dad has his own masonry company, builds houses. He's been doing it for years and years and years and years. And obviously with the colder weather, it's a little slower at this time of year for them. So I'm like, hey, I got some work if you guys are busy or if you guys are bored. So he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna come up here, talk to them, get the 411 and fill you guys in. He's gonna fill up all the cracks and everything with the mortar. He got some thorough seal that they're gonna seal it all up once it's all dried up, and then tar. So I offered to help out, but my dad said this is his favorite thing to do, so it does look pretty fun.
It is. Get to play in the mud.
So this is half a bag of the mortar and 2 buckets of sand.
Just for kicks and giggles.
Yeah, see how it holds up, huh?
Yeah.
This part, I mean, it's a tedious job. You got to make sure you get all the cracks, and a bag of that mortar doesn't last too long, so he's got to keep going back and forth filling it up. All right, so here's a little close-up update on them getting those joints all filled in. Looking good. Just kind of ties it in, honestly, having nicer, smoother joints there than open. The ice is melting off the tarp. Looks pretty professional.
Thank you.
I just think that makes it look so much better.
Right. Not too late to stone it.
Right? I think we'll pass on this one.
Right. Probably get some cracks on this one.
Uh-huh. Or that. Yeah. You doing that so it has something to grab on?
Yeah. Hopefully.
So that ice you saw Steve pull off with his hand real quick, we got to get that taken care of as well as soon as they get done with these walls and get all this water sealing done on the outside here, because what's happening is it's coming down the roof after it melts and then running into holes on top of the blocks as well. We will seal all of this up, but we want it to shear off to the side. Now, you could avoid this if we would have made the walls to the proper size. We just went off of, hey, it's a 10 or 20 by 30. We're going to make it 20 by 30, and that's what we did. You actually have to bring your walls in a bit more. We would have probably been around like an 18 by 28, I would say, or 29 to make it correct for the hoop, for those flaps to hang over the side. Unfortunately, I'd never built one of these before, and nobody had told me that. So when we built it to the exact size, 20 by 30 for the hoop. You can avoid that, though, by doing it the proper way. We're going to fix that. It's not a big deal. We're just going to make a little, I guess, angled piece that's going to be at the top, and it'll shear off to the side, and then it'll run down the rest of the wall and then get away from it with the piping and the rock that'll be in the French drain. But Steve's doing a phenomenal job here. He has to walk all the way out front every time, guys, just to get this mortar, which kind of stinks because his bag fills up real quick. He does bring it back with a chunk of plywood, as much as he can carry back there, but it doesn't last long. These cracks are gigantic.
All right, so it looks like he's about finishing up along the outside perimeter of the bunker. So I think they're gonna give it a day to dry up and then come back and do the thorough seal.
All right, guys, so good to see you today. I had a doctor's appointment for my arm and shoulder. Good thing is I got the clear to do 60% work. That horn is loud. So yeah, that's good to go. Hoping in a couple weeks we'll be back at 100%. So TQ is down here. I don't know what she's all shown you so far. She didn't get any of this. So we're actually doing the inside and we're gonna do the outside.
Yeah, I did show this side here because my dad actually started on this while Steve was doing the outside of it, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're deciding to do both sides because we're gonna seal it up tight. And anyways, they're gonna do the front half, and then what I'm gonna actually do is come in, I'm gonna move all the salt forward, and then they'll be able to get the back half when we get to that point here shortly. But we have another job that we're going to be tackling this week, and that's mainly for safety. All right, so we're down here at our loading ramp. If you're new to the channel, we built a loading ramp to help put salt into the back of our trucks a little bit easier. This is a pretty cheap and affordable option to do here with the grading of the land and everything. It made it pretty darn easy to install. Honestly, they did it in about a half a day. Anyways, we have a little bit of a safety issue because we normally bring our tires up, and you can kind of see where we're stopping at to load up our Ford F-350. But the Dodge, we need a bit more of a reach. So what I'm hoping, and for safety reasons, we're gonna go ahead and install a 1/4-inch plate right here, okay? So it's probably gonna come up, I don't know, I'd say right in here, and we'll probably do most of the length of this wall. So I gotta get a good measurement, and then what we're gonna do is actually fasten it all the way down through here so that we have a nice big plate right here. So when we bring those wheels up and over this, I'll probably end up filling this in as well with concrete once we get that up. Probably be in the summertime because it is getting cold, but we'll see. And we'll have a lip where we can literally drive right up to it, put our tires against that steel plate, and then we have a stopping point, and then we're getting the max reach. With that being said, this is mainly just to stop us from potentially sliding over the wall or ending up into the truck or anything like that. So got to get a quick measurement. TQ, if you want to, I'll have you hold it. Maybe just go, yeah, maybe even a little bit further. You can come this way more. We're not gonna ever be out on that edge. I am going to end up concreting or blacktopping this whole entire top piece next year, just so we're not loading in the mud. So I'm gonna go. I think if we get a 10-foot section, that should be pretty good. 10 feet, and then we'll go figure out how high we want it. Give us enough to bite in, maybe like 6 inches or so. 6 inches here. Put a couple bolts all the way across. So what, a foot? I think a foot?
Yeah, I think a foot. It will accommodate, you know, the tires and stuff.
Yeah, I think a foot would be good enough. So we'll go 1 foot by 10 feet long. I'm gonna order that piece of metal, and yeah, whenever it comes in, we'll go ahead and get this baby installed, and that'll give us a nice place we can drive right up to, butt those tires up against it, and be nice and safe, and not potentially put the skid loader over the edge, because that would not be good. So after thinking about it a little bit more, I've decided we're probably going to do like an L piece, something like this. Maybe I'll plug a picture up here somewhere around my head or whatever. Kind of gives you an idea so that we can bolt down into the top of the block, which then when we drive onto it, our tires will actually sit on the steel or on the rock or whatever we put on top, giving us more support. The problem I'm afraid of, I was talking with my buddy Mike as well, is if we have it straight up and down and we just bolt it to the side like this, if we start bumping it, it could potentially start bending at the top. And then that kind of goes against what we really wanted to do. Maybe it wouldn't happen, maybe it would. We're gonna go ahead and just do an L though to give it more support and more structural integrity. So that's what we're gonna do. Anyways, we're going to button this thing up even better and make it better than what it is right at this moment by you know, doing what we've already started, and then the finished project as well. Any problems we ever have, guys, we will fix them. We will own up to them. That's what we do here at Spencer Lawn Care. Some people like highlight reel. That's what they like. Some people want you to always show everything being perfect and never having any issues. But here at Spencer Lawn Care, we're going to show you all the issues because it happens. Nobody's perfect. I've never built any of this. It's going to be perfect when it's all done. So let's get on out of here, TQ. We're gonna go get some more steaks. Yeah. Carnivore diet's going really, really well. It's been a good day. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm able to do some more work. And that's gonna show in the videos leading up here, probably in the next few weeks as I get better and better and better. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Good job, TQ, with doing the filming.
Thank you.
Even though I don't know what she's filmed yet, I'm just telling her good job because, you know.
Just the birds flying around and, you know, all kinds of things.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As always,
keep mowing.
Keep growing.
Keep making money, boys.
Talk to you later.
TQ out.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.